78.6 FM, positive vibes with Winsome. Jumping back in the booth. Oh, man. So we have two locations here, and I went to the wrong one this morning. I'm an old man driving around. It's 78.6 FM. So excited to be back in the booth here with you today, speaking about life. Educate, encourage, and inspire. If you're listening here, hey, sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm about 5-6 minutes into the show. You guys got to hear some cool music, but now it's my turn. Let's go. Hey, so check this out, everybody. I'm really excited to be back. We had a chance to, what was this week? This week we had some school lessons going on over at our building, teaching some new folks, new generation of people to come through and be better than us, right? That's always our mission. Don't be like us. We need you to be better than us. And so that was really cool this week. Going into a 3-day weekend. Woo, woo, 3-day weekend. Monday's the Super Bowl. We get a chance to take a day before we come back to the office. So I'll be honest with you. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in about maybe 4, almost 5 years. I used to watch a lot of football. I used to play football. I used to love football. But I think as I got older, I was like, I don't really know any of these guys anymore. I don't know any of the players. Cool thing, some of our old favorite players came back. Phillip Rivers came back. I believe this year we had I forget who the other, Aaron Rodgers is still playing. So that was kind of cool to see folks from my time still out there on the field, right? But for the most part, it's nothing out there that I'm really into. So I'll just be cleaning up and relaxing that day. I think I'm going to take today just to kind of enjoy the day. Tomorrow I'm going to do some cleaning. Monday I'm definitely going to do some cleaning. I guess it's a little late spring cleaning, right, since I've been traveling a little bit. 78.6 FM. Positive vibes of Winston. What are we talking about today, Winston? I think today I'm going to talk about values. I think I'm going to start with that. Today I'm going to talk about values. Last week we talked about knowing your worth, which was one of my favorite stories to hear about the dying father who told his son to take the watch right to the different places to find out what they were worth. And so if you recall the story, took it to the pawn shop, took it to the jewelry store, and then the place that really valued the watch was the museum, because we're antique, priceless antique, whereas everybody else just saw it as an item and started looking at all the blemishes and things that were wrong with it versus someone appreciating it for what it was. And we tied that into, as a person, being appreciated for who you are, being in the right place and not getting distracted, upset, or frustrated when the wrong place doesn't see the value in who you are. So that was the lesson last week. That was the story. That's what we talked about. And I love the transition from the story into how we see ourselves, how we value ourselves, how we understand and love ourselves. I was telling someone earlier this week that before we go out and try to navigate everybody else, before we go out and try to help other people, before we go out and try to establish relationships with others, the most important relationship established is the one we have with ourselves. The most important love to have is the love you have for yourself. The most important understanding to have is the understanding that you have of who you are as a person, as a human, whatever roles you play in this life. Those are the most important things to understand about you, to encourage and to love yourself, to trust yourself, know yourself, and fight for yourself. Before you go out fighting for others, trusting others, learning what it looks like in other people, you got to secure and understand what that looks like in you first. I say all this to say that was last week's session, and I was really excited about sharing that with you. Being back in this studio was new energy. It's been a while since I've been here. So if you're tracking, I haven't been back in this studio since early last year. Again, I came to the wrong studio today because we got two of them, like smaller studio and this one. This is my favorite. This is home. This is where I started. So to be here is always great energy, great time, and I look forward to being in this building. 78.6 FM, positive vibes with Winsome. I want to do the gratitude segment. Next 5 minutes is always the gratitude portion of the show. So when we're talking about gratitude, we have to give love, appreciation, and show some love to the people who support and encourage me and the show and my projects, you name it. First and foremost, I got to go with Flatter Leadership Academy, Flatter Government, whatever they call themselves these days. Team Flatter has been amazing. Always had my back since I came back to the mission that I do now. Talent Smart EQ, Lead X, Trainers Warehouse, all the teammates and collaboration partners such as Dr. Travis Bradbury, Dr. Womack. I can go on and on about the amazing people who have had my back over this past couple of years as I continue to build, educate, encourage, and inspire others. And they also taught me something. I went through the Growth Mindset Institute last year. I learned so much more about creating, developing, and harnessing a growth mindset, which is something that a lot of people say but they don't truly understand. So having a chance to be able to teach and learn with Carol Dwyer, I believe her name is, who wrote the book, but her assistant, to be able to speak to it, to be able to learn to it, to be able to digest that information and truly understand what a fixed mindset really is. That really meant a lot to me. Some of the other lessons, Colonel Ehas or Sharon Ehas and her team teaching me a lot about navigating patterns of life and direction. And it was so many little things. The Happiness Studies Academy, Dr. Tal Ben Shahar and his team, Yuval and the rest of you, teaching me happiness studies for the past few years so I can actually come out and use that information to educate, encourage, and inspire, to grow others, to encourage others to be better than yesterday, to understand what it looks like when you're trying to see the sun and you can't look directly at it, but you can see all of the different spectrums of the sun, all the different things it touches, and see the sun indirectly. And it's the same way to approach happiness. Approach the pieces that build happiness. You can't approach it directly. That's like a whole different story in itself. But when you're touching on the pieces, the spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional aspects of you, then you're really already tapping into what it takes to fight for your joy, for your happiness. And I say all that because I'm really excited about all of you. There's so many people that I forgot to mention and probably will remember when I get home, including like the Scott Stalkers and the Patrick Austins who supported me this last couple of weeks for our programs, and my team. Like, there's people who I wouldn't be me without you when it comes to the programs that we've built and the what do you call that, projects that we've conquered. It's been amazing to be a part of that. It's been such a blessing to see all of this happening. And I'm really excited from what we've done. I remember seeing a video not too long ago about what we did in 2024. And it was nothing compared to what we did in 2025, which was nothing compared to what we did in 2026. To go into the juvenile detention facilities, to seeing these high school kids that the last time I saw them, they were freshmen, and now seeing them as seniors and what they have in their minds as far as goals and dreams and what they want to do next, to be able to be a part of their story. Man, reaching out, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing with ROTC. This is what I'm thinking about doing. This is my major. What do you think? Like, I love to see that. And still being able to give back to my family, my babies, my kids, still being able to help them, support them, and be there when they need me, and be there forever regardless. But when I have a better understanding of not just how to be a good father, how to be a good man, how to be a good person, and in those relationships, when I'm having one or when I choose to be in one, how to be good for that. So much growth, so much, not just internally, but to be able to give that to others and to watch them build and grow has been such a blessing. And it's such an amazing experience to be a part of. And we talk about life's journeys and why we're here and why we do what we do, and being able to connect to what we do. And I'll tell you, I am in love with my journey and the people who have supported it. We'll be right back after this break. Thanks for tuning in. 78.6 FM, positive vibes with Winsome. I am so excited to be back in the booth, back with you. Sorry for the late start. If you don't know, you know. I started at a different location, came here, had to run, jump out of my little car, and get upstairs and get back to you. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I find myself reminding other people about that and myself. We had a really cool speaker come in to our group this last week and was speaking my language. If you know me, you know it's very rare for me to hear other people say things that I really connect to and lock into. I usually leave, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of times I'll hear someone speak and I leave disappointed. It's because I'm like, right? Like they're on a cusp of saying something amazing. And then it's like, right? So we had a speaker come in and he was talking, he was hitting all the points. Taking care of yourself, self-care, self-awareness, emotional management, relationships. I mean, he spoke it. He spoke truth. Work-life rhythm is what he called it. We call it work-life harmony, not balance, work-life harmony. He called it work-life rhythm. I loved it. He was saying you got to get a rhythm that works for you, a rhythm that they go together. You know, add that, got to add a drum beat. The way he phrased it and the way his story moved was magnificent. It was very rare. Former SEAC, and it was very rare to see someone on stage presenting in a way where I walked away like, wow, that was dope, right? You see it on, I can go on YouTube and find someone like, you know, a Tony Robbins or what's my man's name? Eric Thomas. Like you can go and find these people that say some powerful stuff, but a lot of times nowadays, after hearing those initial bow wows, now a lot of things sound generic or I've already heard this before, or that's a different way of saying what I've heard, or that's kind of watered down. But this message was very on point. And I loved how he tied in his story, how he met his wife. Because when it started, you're like, oh my gosh, where's this going to go? Is this just another retired guy in here telling us a story that nobody cares about how his career was? No, he said some really cool and real stuff. He kept it 100%. And I appreciated that. Now I am nowhere in the spectrum or the universal orbit of not admitting a really cool session. And that was a really cool and session that was good for my soul. And you always find yourself being that for others. So to have someone doing that for us was amazing. And I wasn't even the audience, the target audience. I was in the back, right? I'm herding cattle for this guy, getting people in the room. But when I heard the message, I was like, yo, that was good. That was okay. See what you're working with there? I like it. Speaking my language. And those are things that, you know, you pick out little things that you value in speakers, that you value when it comes to your own speeches or what do you call that? Keynote speaking engagements, right? And so I found all those things. Did he connect the dots? Did he connect with the target audience? Did he have a message that you can walk away? Now, everybody has acronyms, right? His was cool. I don't remember his acronym, but he had one that kind of tied in all the points that he was speaking on. And that's what made it cool. Like, yo, you're doing it. You're doing what we've been taught to do. And being as far removed from our career as he is really cool to see that he hung on to the things that mattered. And he came back and he fed us in a way that everybody could walk away feeling like, okay, I got something from that. And I value that in a speaker. I value that in someone who takes the people's time. Because the thing that my number one value and top of my list is time. And we teach this all the time, right? I'm always talking to people and they don't understand. Like I'm a very big proponent of time. Time is my friend. Time is my favorite. Time is my bestie. I want as much of it as I can. I want as much time as I can to sleep. I want as much time as I can to be alive. I want as much time as I can with the people I care about. I want as much time as I can get in those locations that I've always wanted to go and really want to see. It's all about time. I want to make sure that I'm not staying at work too late, giving work too much time, coming in too early. You see what I'm saying? Like valuing time. My time is important to me. And because time is a value, even though it's important to me, If I say I value time, then I have to really appreciate and understand and value other people's time. Because my number one value isn't my value is my time. My value is time. So the same appreciation and the same consideration I give to mine is what I try to afford to others. That could be in a coaching call. That could be in a phone call. That could be in my employees. I value their time. When someone walks in my office, I value their time. When someone comes and says, I just need to talk. And to value someone's time isn't just to be mental about it and to act as if you value it. It's to show, to actively highlight that your time is important to me. Even say it. Even there's times in the middle of speaking, hey, because your time is important to me, I'm going to A, B, and C, right? To let them know, Lord, this dude is serious about time and he appreciates my time. I told a story, and if you guys have heard my emotional intelligence story, you know that I'm a big proponent of stepping from behind the desk when someone comes in to see me. Yeah, stepping behind the desk, getting off the phone, turning off the Apple Watch. Oh my gosh, there's a teammate I have right now. He doesn't know it. But my biggest pet peeve is somebody who you're having a conversation with and they're constantly checking their watch. He doesn't work in my section, but he's on our team and he just can't help himself. And I'm sure his watch is probably always constantly going off. But that's like checking your text messages or checking your phone and you're talking to someone. It's the most annoying thing to me because this is my time right now. This is our time to communicate. But when it's like you're chopping into it when you do that. Ugh. So I truly value time, and I get disappointed when I don't feel like my time is being valued as well. One of the relationships that went sour really quickly was I was having a conversation with someone of power, of a position of power, and they came to my office to talk about something. And I'm thinking, this is time. Oh, wow, he's here. I get to chop it up with him. We get to have a real conversation in real time. And he walks in, I guarantee you, not because it was a boring conversation, but because he's a busy man. He kept checking his watch and checking his Apple messages. You know, y'all know the Apple messages. That is one of the most distracting features of life right now when it comes to business. Oh my gosh. Take that off. Know your time. Take that off. Stop checking your messages. But anyway, he came in and he was doing that. And I was like, there's one time I think I was threw in a random word to see if it would get his attention. Oh yeah, so we killed a few people. No, he didn't even catch it. I was joking. I put it out there in the universe just to see if he would identify what I was saying. He was just like, oh yeah, that's great. So what else are you guys doing? If you value someone's time, make sure that you treat them with the value and importance and that the consideration that is due for their time. I make sure my team is not there beyond the time that they need to be. We're staying within our bounds. Team A is whatever time, go home. There's nothing else you can do here with this mission. I'll see you tomorrow. And I have a beautiful team, a wonderful team that doesn't like to leave early or the 59-minute rule. They don't want to do all that. They want to knock stuff out so they have less to do when they come back. My thing is, work's always going to be waiting for you. It's always going to be there. The question I have is, are you there for you? Are you taking care of you? Are you giving your time back to yourself? Are you loving on yourself to make sure that you're getting the rest you need? You're getting the sooner you get out of here, the sooner you can put time into things that matter to you, whether it be errands, bills, your home, your kids, yourself, the gym, whatever it is. But I'm not going to be the person that's taking time away from you. I want a gift to be able to give time back to you. That's how much I value time. So I say all this to say, I really think that people have a misunderstanding of what it means to value someone's time. It's not just for time to be your number one value. I understand that I will never get today back. It's not going to happen. Today is a blessing. Every day I know I'll wake up is a blessing. I know that time is not promised to anyone. I know that me being here on this air, this time that I have with you is a blessing, and I'm lucky to have it. I'm so grateful to have it. I know that waking up and being able to go to the office and go to the gym and wash clothes before anybody else even wakes up, that's a gift. I'm trying to get as many wins. If you guys value time like me, I'm trying to get as many wins in before you even get up off your pillow. I'm winning. I'm into my day. I woke up today at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. First thing I did was I went in there, got all my dirty clothes together, put them in a basket, make sure they was in the same basket, and went to go wash clothes. While I'm washing clothes, I go and I'm checking email at the office, making sure I ain't missed nothing overnight, talking, make sure my business partners are good, my folks in the U.S., who it's Friday afternoon for them, that they're taken care of, that I'm doing my job as a mentor, as a big brother, as a development advisor, I'm taking care of business. And then I come back here, not to the radio show, but this side of town, and I'm getting ready to make sure my dog is still good. He's good to go. Bam. Make sure I make sure my hairline look all right to come on the radio. No, of course, I went to the wrong place, but at least I gave myself a little bit of time to get there, to get here. But the key was I know that today is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is a gift. So understanding that tomorrow is not promised, today is a gift, I'm trying to live it like tomorrow may not happen. I'm trying to attack the day with everything I have. I'm trying to engage with people like I may not get another opportunity. I'm trying to do those things that we teach. I'm trying to do the things that are right. I'm trying to be the person that's leading by example and living by example. And I know I'm not doing all the right things. I know that I'm not giving enough time to the gym. Meaning I know if I go 3-4 times a week, I can go 5-6 times a week. But I'm doing what's best for me. And what's best for my time, what's best for what's important, and what's in my priorities listing based on what I value. And when we come back, I'll tell you about it, how I make sure I make time for my family. I got kids that are split up in 2 different locations. So I gotta find time to make sure I reach out and that I connect the dots, and how I do it and how I build that time in to make sure it happens, and how I value what that is and why I put the energy and the effort into it. There's a lot of people who are comfortable being absentee, and I'm not. Drives me crazy. If there's one thing I would change, is anywhere and everywhere I go, my babies will be here with me, right here in these chairs, hanging out, talking trash with me, laughing or telling me whatever, whatever it is, just to have their energy around me. That would change my entire world. That would make my life perfect. 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes with Winston. We're talking about the things that we value. And the first one I started with was time. When we come back, I'm going to talk about family. When I started my journey, I started in Barstow, California. Before that, San Diego, California, where I was born. Went to elementary school. Before high school, I believe it was midway through my elementary school life, we moved to Barstow, California. Don't remember what grade. I just remember that I did middle school and high school in Barstow, California. And sorry, I had to sip on water. I think the biggest memory away from Barstow was, I can tell you right now, outside of Facebook, I don't talk to anybody from Barstow, California. There's not someone who I pick up the phone every week or every day and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I don't have that. That, to me, when I left and flew to San Antonio, Texas in 1998, it was like that chapter was over. It was crazy. Like I remember all the people. I can picture a lot of people in my head, what they look like when we were in school together. And now I see them on Facebook, like, wow, right? So much time has gone by. But I would tell you, they were a part of my characters in the story that I was living, in that chapter, that book, those memories. The people who I consider family, right? Those are accomplices, or not accomplices, acquaintances, accomplice. People I consider family are the people that when I care about what's going on and I want to know what's happening with their story right now. If something happened to them, it happens to me. I feel it. I'm sensing it. It would hurt me if something bad happened to this person or some sort of conflict was going on. I want to be there. I want to support them. And in turn, these are people that I know if I was going through something, they would stop what they're doing to be there, to in turn want to make sure that I'm okay, to in turn stop time for me. That to me, those people are family. Now, a lot of people are like, yeah, but what about your blood and the people that blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you, things change when you become an adult. Blood does not make you family. It does make you connected. It does connect you. You are connected family-wise by blood. And I think the family values aspect in a lot of people's cases, dynamics shift as you get older. And for me, for a perfect example, I love my family, but there's a lot of people I love from a distance, from afar. I'll text you and check on you, but I'm not connected the same way. Oprah did a special. I was intrigued, but I never watched it because I don't want to get caught up in other people's thought processing. But there was a special about how some people have gone years without talking to their blood family, right? For me, I speak to a lot of people who may have even started as acquaintances and became part of my life. People that check in and care. Legitimately want me to win, the people that I want to win, the people that I'm sad to see them go. And I think about all the time when I'm just in one of my random adventures, I wonder how this person's doing. I just want to pick up the phone and call them. That's family to me. The people that were there when I was at my worst, when I really needed someone that wasn't judging me, that was just pushing me, that was encouraging me to step up, get out of that zone. Let's go. You got more. Wake up. Those people to me are family. Those people that right now will text me and say, I don't want nothing. I just want to tell you I love you. Those people to me are family. Those people that will right now watching the show, maybe they don't care about anything I'm talking about, but they will listen in, go to wherever I drop this, and they'll listen, they'll watch, they'll support, and they'll be like, I just want to make sure you know I'm supporting you. Those people are family. When I put it on Facebook, hey, just because I'm putting a YouTube page together, check it out if you want to. Those people that go on and click, hey, just because I'm pushing a button, those people to me are family to me. And it's not about social media following. It's not about the likes and clicks. It's about the people that no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, they wish me well. They're rooting for me. I'm rooting for them. They're supporting me. I support them. They encourage me. I encourage them. This is family to me. Those consistent people in your life that want you to win. I value those people. I value the people who love me as much, if not more, than I love them. Love me at my best and love me at my worst. Those people are family to me. And speaking of time and how you tie this into family, because the more time that you chip away from things that really don't matter, you can put towards those people that matter to you. And it's crazy. I've had the blessed opportunity to be able to step away from my day job for about 8 months. And I watched how fast, how immediately, boom, somebody jumps in that seat. And then within a few weeks, somebody else is on that team. And then within a few weeks, who was that guy that was here before? Like, I've watched how fast that happens. And I paid attention to when I was cruising out the door, who were the people that didn't want me to leave? Who were the people that were still trying to stay connected? Who were the people that wanted to know how my next chapter was going? Those people were family. Not the people who were just observing so they can wait till I fall and be like, I told you it's going to happen. Eventually, one of these days, he was going to have to trip on something. Those people are not... We call them surveillance. They're doing surveillance. That's all they're doing. They're just waiting on your downfall, doing surveillance, just watching, poking in every once in a while. See them on your page, only to see if you're doing well. And it's not about social media life. Really, that's what keeps us connected in a lot of ways. I don't really fancy a bunch of different sites. Like, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on any of those things. I got Facebook. And for this business, for Positive Vibes Radio Show, I have Instagram. And on Instagram, I don't even use it. I just use it when I'm making videos. I don't even post there. If I post it by accident, because I'm using those as videos to move to Facebook. And then outside of that, I have a LinkedIn. It's a professional page. I don't have a bunch of social media. Check the last time I was on my LinkedIn. Check for that last post. It's been a long time. It's been a minute. So the thing about me is I know my family, the folks who hit me up on Facebook or hit me up on iMessage just to check on me. I make it a point, and my ex will tell you, I check on her and the babies 3 times a day without fail. And they know something's wrong if I've missed a check-in. Check in the morning when I wake up, right? Check in the afternoon, and then late afternoon, because late afternoon is right when they're about to go to sleep. So I always check. Those are my checkpoints. Make sure everybody's good. You need anything? How's everybody feeling? How y'all doing? Blah, blah, blah. 3 times a day. And why is that important? You might think based on your world that that's not really important to do. It's too much. It's overkill. It's not, because I can't be there. I can't be there to watch anime with my daughter. I can't be there to play sports and watch my son play sports and embrace my heart. I can't be there to get in the face of a teacher if they come at my kids wrong. I can't be there if a supervisor right now says something to my son and at his base that's off kill and doesn't make sense. I can't be there in those places everywhere at one time, but I can be there emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I can't be there physically. But as long as they know I'm still present in their life and that I am a call, text, Zoom, whatever you call it, FaceTime, whatever, away, I'm right here. I don't care what time it is. My daughter told me last night one of her favorite characters in her show that she liked died, and I felt bad for her because I wasn't sure what show she was talking about, but I know it mattered to her because she's really into her TV shows. And I was like, what? Right? But the fact that to take the time for her just to click, oh my God, so-and-so died, right? Now me as a dad, I want to go and see who so-and-so is and what show so I can connect to what she just texted me. But that means the world to me. Those little things mean a lot because they are family. Mr. A, Mr. Garrett, Miss Bowles, Miss Lacey, the people who raised me as a pup when I put my daytime uniform on before I'm about to retire, those people made sure that I survived, made sure that I had everything I needed to thrive. They were the epitome of good mentors, big brothers, big sisters, people I knew valued my journey and appreciated me as a person and what I brought to the table every day. The people who wanted me to flourish, the people that helped pull the best out of me. They didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. They told me what I needed to hear. Those people are family, forever family. Shatoria Davis, my sister, calls randomly just to check how you doing. If she hasn't heard from me in a while, she'd be like, hey, just checking on you. That, my friends, is family. Tan Densil, I don't know her new last name because she got married. That was our sister. She went and got married. We don't hear from her as much, but guess what? She is navigating marriage now. A new relationship, new life. Tori might hear from her more than I do, but I understand I'm the dude. She got a new husband. I'm the brother. I don't know this dude. Let me meet him so he knows I'm family, I'm safe. But I get it. And I understand and I give grace because I'm family. And I understand the dynamic. I understand the change. I understand the transition. I understand, and I care enough to care about what's going on with them. So interesting how a lot of people view family and family dynamics, and there's a lot of people who still hold on to those family. Like, I see other families and how the mom, dad, brother, sister, all those things, and how everybody's still real connected and visiting each other and Thanksgiving. Not everybody's family is like that. There's some places I will never go. If my family's there, I will never go there. There's some places that I've never been. There's some homes in my family that I've never been inside of. And not because the house is dirty or is not kept. It's because it's energy that I've chosen to protect. Connections I've chosen not to have. So those are changes in my life, right? And decisions that I had to make. People I had to disconnect from. For my safety, for my mental health, for my energy, for my time. So I had to understand these things, right? What I value, what family really means to me, who's family to me, what that looks like to me, how to protect my peace and I think people, there's a lot of people on my, and forgive me, if you're on the Facebook wait list to become my friend, if you send me a friend request and I have not accepted it, you've done something, or you've been questionable, or I don't know you, but you've more than likely done something from my childhood till now that made you questionable to me. And to have you in my space, I'm giving you a free pass? Someone told me the other day, they said, you're mean for that. For blocking people on Facebook? For not allowing them access to me? No, I'm not. And I have a public page, and there's still people I haven't accepted as friends. They can follow me. Well, I'm not going to accept you as a friend. That's literally me setting boundaries. And you have to sometimes set boundaries with family too. So one of those things, I'm looking at the list right here, is pretty cool. They got a bunch of MC Hammer coming up on the radio show on Music Wise after I'm off the air. But I just want to say it's I like that. I forgot about in Japan, MC Hammer was big out here too. But the crazy thing is, I had to understand that family is exactly who you identify as family. There doesn't have to be anything more. There doesn't have to be anything less. And you are not bound to the people that you share blood with, because if they are not good for your mental health, they are not good for your energy, or they are not good for your space that you are in your chapter of your life that you're trying to live, give them the distance that you need to be the best version of you, so that you can be good for when that time and chapter in your life does come for you guys to reconnect. It's okay. And I say all this because I know that not everybody has the TV show family. I get it. I value the family who I call family and that I'm close to and that I love and that I'm rooting for and that's rooting for me, encouraging me, pushing me, and I do the same back. All of those people, thank you. I love you. But if we share blood and we're disconnected, there's a reason. And you know what it is. There's a reason. 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes of Winston. We talk about values today. We talked about time. We talked about family. The last one I'm going to talk about for the next segment is peace, right? So we talk about family, the people who you make time for, the people who you make sure that they're pushing you and you're pushing them back, that you have trust built, that you can pick up the time at any day or any time of the day, and they're going to pick up, and it's going to be the conversation picks up like if no time has passed at all. That's the person like my friend Jose/June 6, who I could pick up the phone and say, I want to do a project. Hey, let's go, man. Like we just got off the phone, and it could be a year or two that we talked last. That, my friends, is family. The story just continues. That's love. We've been friends since high school. Still one of my best friends today. We got projects we haven't even dropped yet, and I'm excited to share. But that is the story of family. That is the people who you see, that you trust with your time, energy, vision, story, goals. Those people, my friend, are family. Value them. Keep them close. Keep connected with them. Reach out to them. Make sure that you do not lose track of each other's stories. And if it's something you can't lose, you can't pick up the phone or get on video chat, text and say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. I know I can't be there with you, but you're on my mind. That can change the trajectory of somebody's day. We'll be right back after this break. 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes of Winston. Great to be back in the station. Great to be back on the air. Great to be back here at 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes, FM Yomatan. Wow, it's a little chilly today. It was overcast, a little rain this morning when we woke up, and it's a little chilly out here in Okinawa, right, for us in the village. So I'll just say, it's still a beautiful day. It's still Okinawa. Never a complaint. Went into the office early, as I mentioned earlier. Told you I value my time. I got a lot done this morning. Woke up at 2, went to bed early, so I got up early, right? Woke up, went to the office, knocked out some emails, talked to some folks back home, connected the dots in some places that I needed for next week, and we got a lot of virtual classes next week, so that's going to be different, right? Virtual teaching again. This one we can be on our time zone with the class. I ain't got to worry about waking up early or going to bed late for this one. That's later on, probably later next month that I got to get ready for that. Oh, can't wait, right? 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes of Winston. I'm standing by on a lot of projects coming to a beautiful fruition. When I say that, there's a lot of things that we have in motion and I can't wait to see how it plays out. This is kind of like how it was in 2023 when I was gearing up for 2024. You guys saw the video. And then for 2024, the things we built, how that played out in 25. Now there is some seeds planted in 25 that I'm waiting to see how that unfolds and what the trees look like in 2026. Going to be a wonderful experience. I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to share those things with you. Can't give them to you yet, but I am excited with just thinking about it because that's what I was doing this morning at the office. 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes with Winsome. The tagline, educate, encourage, and inspire. Love yourself, know yourself, trust yourself. Be the best version of you. Be better than yesterday. All these things that I've said since I've been on the air with you, it's been years. It's been some years that we've been together. So those who continue to listen in, those who are just listening in, welcome to the family. I am beyond excited to still be on the air. I am beyond blessed to still be a part of the 78.6 FM family. I'm beyond excited to see where we go from here. I am beyond excited and grateful and appreciative of all the opportunities. I can't tell you how important it was to sit in this booth for the first time when I was doing training for me, because this was a dream, a goal, a vision I had to actually make something happen with this passion of mine. And I still remember sitting in the studio with Shorty Doo-Wop, that's Michael Shortsleeves, my co-host in Greenland, and we were just playing around with he's a radio guy by trade, so we're, with the knobs and sound, and he was getting that all going. I remember testing the mics out there in Greenland for the first time, and then I remember when we were actually on the airwaves and speaking to 500-some people for the first round, like 24-hour op video and music going. It was crazy. Well, voice and music the whole time. Just to be able to put something like that together and then to be a part of the American Forces Network family here in Okinawa, and then to be here part of this community. It's so many beautiful things that happen and transpire that I know it's not by chance. It's not by luck. It's by design. I know this is where I'm supposed to be, and I know there's someone listening that they need to hear something that I'm saying to encourage them. Well, let me tell you, if you need encouragement, be encouraged, because you have a new day. Some people say, what if you have a chance to start all over? What if you have a chance to do it all over again? What if you can go back and make changes to what you did wrong? What if you can do it all over? What would you do? And you get that. You get that every single day you wake up. You can right the wrongs from yesterday. You can correct those conversations you had. You can drive into the situations differently. You can navigate changes into your life. And it starts with that one decision to say, hey, today I'm not going to do what I've always done. Today I'm going to take a better path. Today I'm going to eat, drink, and sleep better. Today I'm going to change this habit that wasn't good for me. Today, I'm going to connect with this person that I haven't been connected with today. Every day is a blessing. Every day is truly a gift. And we have the opportunity every single day to be better than we were yesterday. And when I used to say that, better than yesterday, people just took it like a tagline, like, I forgot what we call it on my day job, but usually like people don't really take those things really into consideration. It's just something that's there. And I really want to tell them, we have classes that we take to people like, this is just a fluff class. It's really silly. But I'll tell you, that really means something to me. Every quote that I stick by, every tagline that I use, it becomes a part of me. Educate, encourage, and inspire. I am, I can, and I will. Better than yesterday. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. All of those mean something to me. You go from the website to my classroom. If you walk in my classroom, you'll see all the lighthouses in every class. That means it's a shared vision, not just from me that I've shared with my team. Now we have a shared, locked in. We are here to educate, encourage, and inspire and be a beacon for others. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Not everybody has a great start. Not everybody jumps off those running blocks the same way. But when you get through the finish line, who you've become, what you've accomplished, and the story you're telling, that is how you finish. You choose and you decide what goes into those pages every single day, better than yesterday. My worst nightmare is to be the same person today that I was yesterday, and to be doing the same thing and be sitting in the same place that I was a year ago. Those are my worst fears. So to be better than yesterday is fighting for being the best version of you, not settling. All of those things, all of those taglines matter to me. They're important to me. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Better than yesterday. Educate, encourage, and inspire. I am, I can, and I will. I am good enough. I am capable. I am able to accomplish whatever I set my mind to. I am the person that I've wished for, envisioned, and wanted to be when I was looking back and wanting to tell a story. I can do those things that are tasked of me, that's in front of me, that I want to accomplish. I can be the person that I envision becoming. I can hit those marks and touch and step on those steps and climb those mountains that I've never had to, that I've always wanted to. I can be the best version of me, and I will do the things that matter to me in my life and be the best version of me, not just for me, but for those people watching. I will accomplish my dreams, goals, and aspirations because I know there are people that are fighting for theirs. And when they see me knocking out mine, it's going to encourage them to knock out theirs. When someone sees a video of me going to places I've always dreamed of going and doing things that have been in my bucket list, it's encouraging them to fight for their reality as well. I will. So when we say these things, when we have these things and these truths that we have in our lives, that's, my friends, how you bring it all back, and you're making sure that you are living intentional and with purpose. The last one I had was peace. What we value: time, family, and peace. Everything I am and everything I do and everything I fight for is to wake up, to go to bed without being stressed, without being worrisome, and to live with peace. And everything I build, from people, relationships, conversations, moves I make, is all and I always keep in consideration, will this keep my peace? The things I say yes to and no to, will this keep my peace? The people I hang around with, will this keep my peace? The things that I choose to do, will this keep my peace? I value peace. I value family. I value my time. And I value yours. 78.6 FM, Positive Vibes of Winston. You are loved, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you. はい、ありがとうございました。